What is going on, Raptors Nation? Luca here, back with the Raptors post-game video. Hope you're all doing well. The Toronto Raptors fall to Nick Nurse and the Philadelphia 76ers 114-107 as Nick Nurse gets the win in his return to Toronto. This was a highly anticipated game. Nick Nurse made his return to Toronto. Toronto did show a tribute video in honor of Nurse, which was a cool little package that they put together. But yeah, the 76ers, they get the job done. They are 1-1. The Raptors now fall to 1-2. We're going to talk about this one before we dive right into it. Do me a solid. Hit a like on the video. It helps a ton. And please subscribe to the channel for more Raptors content just like this. Well, we'll start with this. Right after the Raptors lost the Sixers, Pat Beverley got those Twitter fingers or X fingers going as he posted, like I said, no dogs at Pat Bev Pod. Of course, Pat Beverley called out the Raptors for not having any dogs on the team, particularly calling out OG Anunoby, who did not play. Raptors kept him out as OG, who suffered muscle cramps in that game against the Bulls, was held out for tonight's contest. And of course, Pat Beverley called out Pascal Siakam, who did not have a good game. And we are going to begin with that. Pascal Siakam. I don't know what's going on right now, but he looks like a ghost in this offense. Pascal Siakam started off well. It looked like he was going to have a nice game, as he usually does against Philadelphia, right? But Siakam finishes this game with 11 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, 2 of 5 from 3, 3 of 8 from the field. Pascal Siakam only took 8 shots tonight. And just for reference, Dennis Schroeder took 14 shots. Gary Trent Jr. took 16 shots, who got the start tonight, twice as many as Siakam. And Precious Achiuwa took 10 shots. That is unacceptable from your all-star, especially when you look at the 76ers. They had huge performances from their stars in Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. Embiid, he had 34 points, 8 assists, 9 rebounds. And Tyrese Maxey, I don't know what it is, but this dude turns into Michael Jordan whenever he plays the Raptors. He had 34 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, 7 of 9 from 3, 12 of 20 from the field. He couldn't miss from downtown. Max is going to be an all-star this season. And if he keeps playing like this, the Sixers don't need James Harden back. And I really wanted Maxey to be a Raptor, by the way, especially when those Kyle Lowry rumors were going rampant. But I'm not going to go to that. That is in the past. What's happening with Siakam right now? I mean, this is from a guy who averaged a career most and team high 18 and a half shots last season and didn't take fewer than 10 in any one of his 71 games. Now, a big part of this is Siakam not being featured enough in Darko Rajakovic's new offense, the 0.5 offense, which is more of a team style of play, getting everybody involved. But the other side of it is, and something that was pretty evident, is Siakam didn't demand the basketball, and he shied away from it, particularly in that fourth quarter. I mean, we saw Siakam, he was camping from 3, didn't get aggressive, didn't force the issue like Scottie Barnes did, who we'll get to more in a minute here. Siakam was kind of just complacent, making passes, definitely playing unselfish. But when this game needed him to be aggressive, when Siakam needed to demand the ball and make a play, Siakam wasn't there to do that. And this is going to be interesting because one of the biggest things I said going into the season was, could Siakam and Barnes coexist while both of them played at a high level? We're seeing the Barnes leap take place right before our eyes. I mean, Barnes was spectacular once again, which was one of the positives from this loss, as Scottie Barnes had 24 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 11 of 16 from the field, 2 of 5 from deep. He continues to shoot the ball very well. And what I really love from Barnes was that he was aggressive. And when the Sixers were making their run, when they couldn't hit a shot, Barnes forced the issue. He got to the basket. He made shots. He made plays. So is this going to be a common theme where Barnes is getting his? He's looking like the Scottie Barnes that we are expecting to see this season, but is Siakam going to take the back seat in all of this? Because so far, it's looking like that. And now I said it was going to take a few weeks for this to feel like Barnes' team, but after 3 games, this now feels like it's Scottie Barnes' team. And obviously, we know the importance of this season for Siakam. It's a contract year. The team hasn't extended him yet. Siakam obviously holding out, wanting to make All NBA for the Supermax. But right now, Siakam is not only not playing like an All NBA guy, but he's not playing like a guy who would warrant the max contract from this Raptors team. Now, I know it's just 3 games into this thing and it's just one performance, but you need Siakam to be featured a lot more and you need him to play a lot better. So we'll see what adjustments need to be made. But right now, I mean, you cannot have this where Siakam goes ghost in a pivotal game like this when the other team stars are clicking. And, we saw tonight Scottie Barnes look like the guy who was trying to get his team back into the game while Siakam was kind of fizzling out. So that was a huge takeaway in this one. And again, Siakam only registering 8 shot attempts and doing mostly all of his damage in the first half and being invisible the entire second half. Very, very concerning in a game like this where you need your star players to be at their best. I know it was the second night of a back-to-back, but OG wasn't out there. You need your all-star to look like an all-star. And there is no way that, Gary Trent Jr. should have twice as many shot attempts as a Siakam. There's no way Dennis Schroeder, Precious Achua should have more shot attempts. That just shouldn't happen. So hopefully they can figure this out. Hopefully we can see some more design plays for Siakam because we've seen a lot of his ISO play has been gutted in this new look offense. But the Raptors have to find a way to get Siakam more touches. And then at the same time, like I said, Siakam has to show an eagerness to get involved and want to force the issue. So outside of that, I mean, obviously the Raptors lost this game. Scottie Barnes continues to look terrific. It was good that he only had 1 turnover tonight. Obviously, he had 7 last night against the Bulls. So Barnes continues to look really good to begin the season. And like I said, this is starting to feel like Scottie Barnes' team. Jakob Poeltl wasn't good tonight. He was 2 of 5, 6 points, 6 rebounds. Dennis Schroeder, 15 points, again had 10 assists. Another double-digit outing and assists from him. Gary Trent Jr., who got the start, like I said, he had 17 points, 6 to 16 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3. And then the other big takeaway from this one, the bench was led by Grady Dick. So Scottie Barnes had the solid outing once again, which was great to see. And it was really nice to see Grady Dick have a breakout performance from off the bench. Grady Dick was sharp in this one. We saw the sharpshooter that is Grady Dick on full display. He had 16 points, 5 of 8 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3, season high 28 minutes, and hopefully he can build off of this and continue to thrive in the minutes that he gets. Malachi, again, had some moments where he did not look good. He did finish with 7. Achua, 6.7 rebounds. He struggled from the field, 3 of 10, missed a couple of dunks, didn't look the best. And then Boucher struggled, 1 of 6, only 5 points. So Grady Dick was that jump starter from off the bench, and he was the bright spot. Him and Barnes were the bright spot on this night, which was just completely dominated by the star play of Philadelphia. Like I said, Embiid, he dominated, and Tyrese Maxey, he did his damage from the second quarter and on. I mean, he couldn't miss. He was a plus 10 in this game. And then Kelly Oubre gave the Sixers a much-needed punch from off the bench. He had 18. Kelly Oubre was a big pickup by the Philadelphia 76ers. As you look at the Raptors, they shot at 43%. Sixers shot at 50%. The Raptors actually shot it really well from 3, which was great to see. A big reason why the Raptors had a lead and led by as many as 12 at one point in this one. They were 17 of 32 from 3. So the 3-ball wasn't an issue for the Raptors in this one. And the Sixers only shot at 35%. But, you look at the Raptors, they got dominated in the paint. Obviously, Embiid doing most of that damage, 50 to 34. And then turnovers. The Raptors had 13. And again, just the Raptors, what was their calling card to this point? Their terrific defense. I mean, Maxey and Embiid each having 34 points. Raptors couldn't slow them down. Sixers got some much needed supporting cast help. Obviously, you were missing an OG Anunoby in this one. And, in a game, like I said, where you have stars going at it and the other team stars are playing their best, you need your all-star to look like the best player on the court. And Siakam did not look like the best player on the court. He didn't even look like the third best player on the court for the Raptors. It was just that type of game. So Raptors lose this one to Nick Nurse and the Philadelphia 76ers. And it's crazy how the season can kind of just spin in a heartbeat. The Raptors obviously did a lot of good things. You were excited after game one. And, in game two and game three, they drop and they now fall to 1 and 2. And, what remains a concerning point of this Raptors team is, they continue to turn the ball over a ton, which you want to limit. And the offense, we've seen it many times. The Raptors, they look good in stretches of games, but then they go on these scoring droughts and they look bad in stretches of games. And it kind of just leaves you shaking your head like, okay, like which version of this team are we going to get? We'll see how the Raptors respond. They drop this game 114 to 107, and the Raptors will take on the Portland Trail Blazers on Monday. But Raptors Nation, what was your reaction to this game? What are some of your takeaways? Let me know your thoughts down below. Hit a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Plus ring the bell for more. That is it for me. This is Lucas signing off. As always, thanks so much for watching. Until next time, stay safe.